Alright, at my brother's house, here's his DR650 Suzuki, and what we're going to do today is drop the seat. There's the stock seat that he has right now. He's running a Walmart seat cover on it to try to get a little better comfort, but it also stands him up. I just measured it, and I'll show the measurement before and after I get done with the Seat Concepts low seat foam and cover. And then we're also going to mount on his bike a skid plate, because the DR doesn't come with a plastic one or a metal one. Just try to protect the bottom of his bike. So we'll get started. I'm going to pull the seat off and then we'll get going from there. Alright, we got the seat off. It's on the bench, and I got from 16 inches from the back of the seat to where the level is, and level, just so you have an idea, we're about 5 inches off the table, just so you can see how much lower it's going to be with the new seat cover without the Mad Dog Walmart seat cushion and the stock seat. I'm going to go ahead and work from around all these staples, remove the staples, remove the stock seat foam and the stock seat cover, and then I'll bring you back and show you kind of where we're at. I'm going to begin by removing the staples in it. Like a lot of the other videos are showing online, I have a flat blade screwdriver. Just going to pry them underneath and pop them out, and then I'll pull them out with some needle nose when I get a second, and they're coming out pretty easy. Alright, I just pulled all the staples out from around the seat, so we'll pop the stock seat cover off. And then I'm going to remove the stock seat cover foam. The DR650 seat pan. I'm going to go ahead and clean it up with a little acetone, and then I'm going to spray it with some 3M that I got. I have the stock seat cover on the left, and then the new Seat Concepts foam on the right. You can see from the top how it is a little wider, and then from the side profile it's got the low indentation. Because my brother's a little lighter in weight, I went with the DR650 low, -5%. Those guys over there at Seat Concepts are rock stars. You just tell them if you need the foam softer or denser, and then they can do your custom seat foam. It took 2 more days. By the time I ordered this seat with the custom foam and choosing the cover, those guys had it out to me approximately 6 business days, which was an amazing turnaround for what I was considering. So there's the 2 seats, and from the top and then from the side on them. And then I'll do a measurement once I get it back on the pan. And this one's a little bit softer, it's a -5. The stock seat foams that they have, I think, are for 160 to 200. This one's for a little bit lighter than a 160 rider, so that's what we're doing on this bike. Right, I purchased the 3M 77. That's what I have locally. So I'm going to shoot this foam and then the cover or the pan, and then I'll put the 2 together after it sets up according to what the directions are going to tell me for my wait time. Alright, I've allowed the pan and the foam to set up for about 5 minutes. They're both tacky, so I'm going to go ahead and start putting the seat pan on. I'm going to start from the top and work my way back. So. There's this ridge on the DR that goes around the top and almost all the way down the sides. Just make sure you get that foam over the seat pan. And then in the very back, Making sure my foam lines up at the back of my seat pan and that it's even left to right throughout the whole pan. So it looks good. I'm just going to push it down, make sure it's firm on there, and then I'm going to grab the seat cover out of the sun. We'll start applying that. Alright, I went with the Harbor Freight stapler. It's item number 68029. So it looks like, I think it's like 19 bucks. And then I wanted to use the 1/4" staples, but the Harbor Freight didn't have them. So you have to use the Aero T50s, the 504s, and they're the 1/4" ones that I'm using on the DR650 seat. And that's what the stapler looks like right there. And then they load from like this from the bottom. They stick them in the bottom of the stapler and push it in the top. So don't load it from the back, load it from the top. And you can see the staples in there. And then, so for the cover, we went with the Seat Concepts cover. It's all the carbon fiber look. I didn't want to go with the gripper seat just because of the bike's used for commuting as well. Everything's sewn in the inside. It looks great. There was a couple wrinkles in it. I left it out in the sun for about half an hour in my car, and all the wrinkles came out. So the seat, we'll go ahead and start mounting up the seat now. Alright, I'm going to line up the seam on the top along the edge. There's a lot of videos online about this. Line up the seam. I've watched them a couple times. So I'm going to go ahead and put 2 staples here at the top and then work it from the back. Alright, it took me about 20-30 minutes to mount the seat up. There it is. All my lines are pretty straight on the seams, on the bike. Looks good. Pretty impressed with it, and pretty impressed with the stapler. Stapler did an excellent job. I put a lot of extra staples in it. I'm not going to cut it just in case my brother wants me to tighten it up, or if it's not tight enough. I didn't want to get too tight and lose characteristics of the foam. And I got a little tenting in the back like they talk about, which isn't a big deal, but when you sit on it, it does go down. So, but yeah, it looks really good. Gonna throw it on the bike now. The corners I had to fold down, the back ones, but it lines up with the plastics on the back of the bike, so the lines are good. But I'll throw it on there and I'll take a picture and we'll see how it looks. Alright, I'm going to throw the level back on there, measure it on the bench, then I'll do a measure on the bike. The level is the same amount of distance from the tail as it was on the stock seat. And now we're like, I mean, 3.5 inches from the bottom. Maybe a little less off the thing, so we've lost quite a few inches compared to the stock seat from the bench measurement up to the top of the seat. Alright, for the DR650 we purchased the aluminum skid plate. This one's through HappyTrails. And I'll show you really quick what we got in the pack. We have the aluminum skid plate with the oil drain hole so we can do oil changes. And then we got 4 brackets for mounting, and I will be using Loctite on those to make sure that those are secured and they won't rattle loose. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on installing the skid plate. Alright, we got the seat on. I got the bike back up the same way I had it before, and we are now at about 33.25, so we've dropped about 1.5 inches from where he was at with his stock seat. Alright, here's a shot of the Seat Concepts carbon fiber DR650 low seat with a negative, I think, 5% for the foam, so that it's actually a little bit softer. My brother's pretty light, so And then also the HappyTrails skid plate that I got a killer deal for, that I threw on there as well, the aluminum. It's a decent thickness too.